Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'll hang out here as long as I can. Um, Today I've got these, I know it seems weird these, but I use them for my bread lamb. And they were on sale, $11.99 for 4 packs. So I bought 4 packs because the razor blades and the bread lambs don't last very long. Because, you're digging them through your loaf of bread. So I'm going to make here, I think I'm going to make a tiny book. Because who doesn't love tiny books? And so first things I want to do is cover this up. So I'm going to cover this using, I think I'll use, what did I take out? This is a Sudoku book. And I think that I will just glue this right down to it. And let me see, do I want to use liquid glue? Yeah, I think I do. I'm not going to necessarily, you know what? I think I'll use both. I'm going to use both paste, glue stick, and liquid glue. So I hope everyone is well this Friday morning. It's a beautiful spring day here today in Alabama. Of course, I won't be going outside because the Bradford pears are heavily in bloom, and I am highly allergic to them, which is part of the reason why I'm sick now. I got a cold and then a sinus infection, or allergies and a sinus infection, and then ended up with bronchitis. So sorry for the scratchy voice. Hey, Lori. Thank you. I mean, I feel not too bad. I'm not sleeping because the nighttime is when it decides the coughing should happen, when I lay down. So when I sit up, I'm fine. So I end up sitting up all night, watching TV, waiting to kind of fall asleep. You know how you do. And so I might sleep an hour or so and then wake up again, and then the coughing will start, and then, oh, snap. I messed that up. Let's see if I can fix it. I had to be a little bit more careful here. There we go. Not a big deal. Hey, Di. So if I'm sniffling and stuff, I'm so sorry, but I can't make it stop. I'm going to do this like you would any other book cover, just tiny. Because I do not see any reason to throw away these perfectly good little boxes. Okay, and then make sure that, okay, I'll put some washi tape over that right there. That'll be fine. It'll be part of the decoration. No problemo. Okay, need little scissors, snip off that excess. Let me grab a piece of scrap paper here. I didn't want to get out a bunch of supplies, but I did get out most of my garbagey stuff and just a few things. I do have some new stuff that I'll probably use on some of these. So there's my book cover. I just need to do the inside, and I think I'll do the inside with just It is. Dang it, Bobby. Sit up. These are, I bought a Sudoku book at the dollar store. I don't play it and I have no idea how to play it, but for $1, you know, I don't care. Well, not $1 anymore. Now it's $1.25, but whatever. Let's get that on there straight. Hi, Jenny. I do like glue stick for paper like this. It just works nicely. Ah, shoot. Now, do not rip. Behave. There. Get a little press down. Make sure that's good and stuck. Make sure it's not warping when I bend it like that. There we go. Now I can decorate that edge. So I bought these, this bundle. It's of the Dina Wakley paints. So they're all kind of pastel-y. Because I wanted to try them out. So I got that bundle. And then I got a couple of cool stencils. All right, let's ink this up. Hey, Kristen, good morning. So I'm going to stay on here as long as I can last. And then I'm going to go back to bed and lay down and cough for a while and hope to fall asleep. I'm gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. Yeah, I love tiny things. I have always loved miniatures of everything. Okay, oops, you stay stuck, please. Stay stuck. The once I sew the signature in, that'll help that stay stuck too. Now it's a little bit warpy, but that's okay. Now I want to decorate it. And I have, let's see, I have these. Now these are in the purple range. It just happened to be what they had available at Ranger because you know I got a shop there. Some pretty cool little rub-ons. They're all pretty small though. Kind of like those bubbles. I'm going to go with those bubbles right there. Kind of wish they were smaller. Let's see what's on the other page. Yeah, this is all just kind of background, but it's kind of big. Let's do the smaller. I'm quiet because I'm sick, I guess. Hopefully that's why. I can turn my mic volume up a little bit, get my mic a little bit closer, but there's not a whole lot of voice left. Do that there. And I need, can you hear me better now? That's why I haven't gone live. And last night the coughing was crazy. Seems okay right now, but it could come up, and it does. When it does, it comes in fits and it hurts everywhere. If you've ever had bronchitis, you understand exactly what I mean. piece right there. I don't know what I did. I bought a bunch of little tiny popsicle sticks. And I have no idea where I put them. Story of my life. Oh, I like that. Oh, thank you. Not to be confused with a mic thing, right? There's a little bit sticking out here. So now I want to make some signatures for it. Here it goes. No, 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 no. Do not start. I've got this big old long bag. I'm going to fold it in half for easier handling. And then I'm going to cut it to size. And that size seems to be 1, and we'll go 1 3/4. And this seems to be about 1. Do 7/8 maybe. Well, no, I need to measure all the way across, don't I? Okay, so 2 inches will be fine. What am I thinking? My brain isn't working. Think. Okay. That should be 1 7/8. Trying to cut them all at once is probably a mistake, but I'm in a hurry. No, didn't I say 1 3/4 on? And then we'll go by 2. No, I want to go about 2 1/4. I'm going to screw this up. I know I am. Let's just fold this inside of here. Let's go 2 1/4 and see what I end up with. We're gonna rock down to. Let's check it. Let's check it. That can be a signature. And friends, they don't have to be perfect. I think I'll do 2 signatures in there. No, I needed to go less than 2 1/4. Okay. So, no problemo. I find the center here. Well, I have no idea where the center went. There it is. Okay. You get, listen, behave yourself. Get all these together here, close as I can. And let's go right down to probably 2 1/8 would have been more like it. Still can be trimmed some more. Okay, no problem. I will. I will. I'm not afraid. Yeah, 2 1/4 was a little bit too big. just a little bit. 2 1/8 is about right. And not all these stick out, just some of them do. Okay, and then we'll get this pile down to 2 1/8. Ish. Okay, that's gonna work. It's a little bit over, but it's not bad. So first I want to, before I mark everything, I want to be able to have this dangle. So I'm going to take my handy dandy, this chopper thing. Yeah, let's do the 1/8 inch. Get that right about in the middle. And then find a teeny tiny. Hi, Shanna. My half measurement was 7/8. You're right. Brain's just not really quite functioning today. Let's get this sealed in there. Okay. Now, my 2 signatures. And I think I'm not even going to do a pamphlet stitch. I think I'm just going to do a single. Okay. Get everybody out of my way. Uh-oh, no, no coughing right now, please. Where am I? I need a template. Just grab one of these. Okay. Trim you down. And I'm not looking for perfection at all today. Can't. And we'll do, oh, I see I got that too short. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Get my little pencil. Do here and here. And it doesn't matter top or bottom because these aren't decorated yet. I just need to find my pokey tool. Friends, I'm trying not to cough. And I'm trying not to kill myself with my pokey tool. So tiny. I should probably be clipping these together, but I'm not. I'm going to need, okay. I'm just going to take this and fold it over. Make sure I can see my marks. And just kind of eyeballing. Don't care if it's perfect or not. Not bad though, not bad. Yeah, they are tiny baby and they are fiddly. Okay, no blood, best I can do. Die. Okay, thread. I got some on a needle, but not enough. There should be enough. Right, right. And I have to decide. I think I want, on one of them, I want the string on the outside. No, I think I'm going to do string on the inside, both of them. And this is the easiest way for these tiny signatures. Now I've got this upside down, I can tell already. Why? Because it's not fitting right. There we go. Come on. You'll go. Make sure I have you in the proper holes. Morning, Linda. I mean, these you could, actually you could probably just staple them because they're so small. But I like them. I like the looks of sewn signatures. Okay, let's get the next signature in there. Make sure I have it going the proper way. Let's see. Check it by sticking it in the hole. Nope. Okay, I need to. I think I can still squeeze it through. Give it a good squeeze. Stick together, you guys. Stay together. Like Ramalama Ding Dong. I don't remember how that song goes. There we go. Now, I can pull one of these through, but I'm not sure which one. I guess it doesn't really matter. They're exactly the same. There we go. Don't need my needle. I say that and then I'll probably lose everything. What's cool you can do with these though is use a lot of tiny ephemera, or just throw this bad boy in your pocketbook and have something to jot small things down on. Or do little mathematical problems. So now we've got a little booklet with 2 little signatures in it. And then on these, what's cool is that the front page, you don't be stuck there, has everything that was in there in small. So has everything in small. So I could take I don't want any of it though. Hi, Christy. I do like this little right here. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna fussy cut it, yes. And it is a heavier cardboard. So I've been thinking about changing my Thursday night lives from card making to journaling as well. I don't know yet, or just canceling them all together, because I'm kind of moving away from card making, sort of. I mean, I'll still make cards because I have plenty of supplies, but I have so many cards sitting in my house just built up and nothing to do with them. They're all in stacks, so I have to dig through the stacks to find what I want. And I don't typically send them out. I really can't afford it. Shipping's too expensive now. I have a super tight budget. So yeah, I'm saying I got these new things, but these are all things from Ranger that I get using my, gift card from designing for them. That's how they pay, and I'm good with that. Will work for craft supplies. I've got some teeny tiny parts here, so it's going to take me a minute to cut this out. And if you are curious or don't already know, I'm using Cutter Bee scissors. They are my favorite for fussy cutting. I wish that they made tinier ones that weren't embroidery scissors, because I feel like embroidery scissors just don't have the strength to cut, thicker paper like this. The little thin papers, yeah, that's what my grandmother used to cut out her decoupage. Okay, let's ink it. Yeah, it absolutely should be, Kristen. Yeah, it is awesome because I use mostly Ranger products, and that's the reality. There is that I use Tim Holtz products, I used Simon Hurley products, I use Dina Wakley, I use Diane Ravelry. I don't know how to say it. I use most of them. Okay, I want just a little element under this kind of, and I think what I'll use is just a piece of if I can find some without coming across a stink bug. Oh, maybe just a little piece of lace. I got a piece of lace laying here. Just kind of break that up. I hate to cover all those bubbles that I just put on there though. So let's trim that down even more. In fact, let's trim it in half. I need good lace cutting scissors. Yeah, that breaks it up. Let's see, Kristen, if you know me, I was thinking, most of us have cutting machines. We can make it. Make what? Rub-ons? I've been trying to figure out how to make my own rub-ons. I promise you that. Just a little piece of this too. Because I do love to collage, and I need this to be a little bit dirty. Let's get, so what if my hands get dirty? Okay, glue. Oh, glue. There you are. Make small ephemera for sure. This kind of looks like books, but I don't think it is. It's just kind of a design. We're going to go right there with you. My little book is a little bit stubborn. Release paper from stickers. Oh, okay. And then I can put, just gonna for right now put a little bulb pin in there and hang, I would hang a charm off of it or something. I don't think I have any charms handy here at my desk. I'm trying to use what's at my desk instead of getting out a million things. I have to do a video at some point today or tomorrow. Commitment that I made, and so I don't want to have to clean up a gigantic mess. There, we can have that. And then you could attach that, if you like to hang charms and stuff off of your journal. Here's this little baby guy. Let's make another. See if I can go a little quicker. I doubt it. But I do want to use up all these little boxes. I'm just making sure this is good and stuck down. I do. I love rub-ons because they're cool looking. Okay, and I have this here because I intended to maybe use it, but don't worry about that right now. Let's worry about our next little razor blade box. These are just a great little foundation. Yeah, it kind of does seem like crosses with flowers, but let me show you the bigger picture. It's almost like fence boards. See? Like colored fence. We're gonna rock down to... Now, how did I get that song in my head? The Electric Avenue song? I do not know. I do know. Some meme I saw on Facebook or Instagram this morning. And decide which part I want to cut off. It was something about a lady that she walked down to Electric Avenue and didn't go higher and regretted it or something like that. Okay. Let's paint this one. Let's go with this blue right here. It's a little bit on the translucent side. And you know what? I took out cotton balls because I just don't feel like cleaning a paintbrush. I'm just not in the mood. So I'm going to use cotton balls. And this, again, this paint's a little bit on the translucent side, so, but I don't mind. Just might have to do a couple of coats, but it dries really fast. I don't know if I want to paint the inside or not. I haven't decided. Let's get a little bit more. That was quite a bit, but the cotton ball tends to soak up a lot of it, which is the minus side of doing this with a cotton ball. But I like the texture it gives. And I don't even mind that this stuff even shows up underneath. I don't mind at all. It is an old school song for sure. And it isn't really my type, but it's one of the types that would get stuck in my head for sure. Let's go in with just a little bit of gesso too. Yeah, I love that color. You know, as much as you see me do a lot of really bright stuff, I do love pastels too. Oops, that's going to give me a cool texture. Not what I'm looking for, but yeah, I probably should have gessoed this first and then put the paint down. I wonder though, because like the Tim Holtz paints, they react to water. I'm just wondering if the Dina Wakley's do. Okay, let's give it another couple of, let's just find out. There's a little piece of lace stuck in there, and I actually don't mind. All right, let's see what happens if I do water on it. It's really hard to tell because of the texture I have going there. Yep, experiment time. You know what? Since I'm doing that and I'm waiting for that to dry, let's try that on some watercolor paper. Trying to use up what's on this cotton pad first. Now, Tim Holtz Paint Reacts does this. Um, hang on. couldn't get to my mic fast enough. Yep, I may be done for the day. So, oh, golly. I hate these coffee fits. Coughing fits. Okay. Well, I made it this far, friends, but I gotta go. What happens is I cough so much that I gag, and you don't want that. So I'm signing off because the coughing is back. Okay, let's see if I can calm it down. Just out of curiosity. Okay, I think I'm settled now. All I'm basically doing here is lifting my paint right back off. That's just nuts. It's kind of a waste of paint tea. I don't want to get too much though. Do not want to use a paintbrush. There's that piece of lace. Okay, fingers work a little bit better than the cotton balls. Though I was really trying to avoid that. Let's just kind of mush that in. Ugh, dang it, Bobby. Yeah, it is. It's so annoying. And there's not, I mean, I take cough medicine at night, but what kind of is messed up about that is that it makes me sick in the morning, like going to the bathroom a lot sick. And that's no fun either. Throw a little bit more white in here just for good measure. This is kind of fun. It's a lot of work for one little book cover, though. It does react to the water, though. I'm probably not as much as the Tim, but it could be just the way that I applied it, too. So we got this little book done. Okay, I'm all right for now. I think I'm going to survive. Morning, Dawn. Morning, Paula. The last thing I didn't want to be doing is sniffling at you guys. That's just gross, but I can't help it. Let's get this dry so we can move on with this little book. Yeah, and laying down, it gets much worse because everything's dripping down. Okay, this, it's either the gesso or the paint. One of them has an interesting smell when you heat it up. I'm not sure which it is, though. All right, where's my Kleenex? Okay, pull that off. A little book cover. I'll decorate it later. I'm just going to fold that in half. This is one of those notices about your home warranty that doesn't exist. I feel like that's not straight. I'm just going to leave it alone though. Okay, I want to do some inking on the edges. And I want to do the inside too. Or maybe I'll just leave the inside white. Or ink the inside. I think I'll just ink the inside. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm gonna do. This paper has almost kind of a coating on it. Oh, let's dip that in that schmutz. Just for the heck of it. A little more schmutz over here. That's almost dry. Okay, so this was 1 7/8. I already forgot. Oh, that's nice, Dawn. I know what you mean. I do that almost every morning. This was, yeah, 1 7/8, and then this was about 1, and we ended up cutting it to about 2 1/8. So I'll do the same, 2 signatures. Let's use the less wrinkled portion of this. Yeah. 1 7/8 by 2 1/8. Oh, that's interesting. Um, yeah, 2 1/8. Okay. And that actually is a little weird right there. I think I'll just rip that and make that a center signature here somewhere. Dang it, Bobby, my phone's ringing. Yeah, that sticks out a little too far. Let's trim it off. Oh, yeah, maybe sit in the sun would be a good idea. Nope, not unless I have a gas mask on, because that's out there in the weather is part of the reason why I am ill. See, what's cool is that you can later make like little hidden pockets within there. Let's see here. All right, I still need to trim a little bit. Let's get you nice and tight first. Get that crease nice and tight. I don't care if they're weird looking, it doesn't matter. Let's fold it in half. I am going to about the 7/8 inch mark. Where did is this the whole thing? Yeah. Now, how did I end up getting it too tall? Ay. 1 7/8. I probably turned these around is what I did. Okay. So that's what's weird. This bag is, let's fold it in half this way. because it has the gussets in it. We're gonna rock down to uh, well, I'm just making a hot mess of this, aren't I? Of course I am. Oh, you little stinker. Okay, fine. Fine. Be that way. I don't care. I'm just going to keep folding it down until it's the size I want almost. Okay, there's the height. A little bit shorter. And 7/8, and then fold this in half. Get a decent crease going, and then go to about 7/8 of an inch. It doesn't feel right. You know what? Why don't I just do this? Okay, let's go an inch. If I need to trim more off, I will. Okay. Excuse me. Gosh dang it, Bobby. Quit your dang coughing. I'll fold this one over that way. Okay, got 2 signatures. Could almost do a third one in there. This one needs to be trimmed down a little bit more. Fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. Okay, I see. They're just parts of it that were too wide. No, let's do this one the quick way and use staples. Yeah. Let's first put, though, I want to first put, oh, I really like this. I like that. Oh gosh, yeah, you're forced to relax without craft supplies. I don't know. I don't know, because oftentimes when I'm sitting there doing nothing is when I'm getting the most inspiration. Um, go here. I know I had a little baggie here with those things in it. Wonder what happened to it. This is what happens when we make a mess of the desk. A mess of the desk. Where did they go? I have plenty more to play with here too later today when I can just cough at will. And there's another thing that happens when you're my age and you're coughing like that. And it isn't pleasant, friends. Seriously, where did they go? Oh, there they are. Yeah, at least it's paper. You know what else you can do is you can cut out, if you brought scissors with you, you can just cut out cut magazines apart. I do that in bed sometimes while I'm watching TV. Okay, so I have to think through how I want to handle my stapling situation. Let's find the center here. Make sure the center is sitting straight-ish, straight adjacent. Okay. Grab my tiny stapler, and I'm going to do one. I don't want to do it on top of that. Right here, and right here. And if they're wrong, they're wrong. We'll get over it, right? Mostly just wanting to staple it because I don't. Electric Avenue. Okay. Oh, that I just used? This is a crocodile. I have two different crocodiles. So I have this one and I have a monster one, which can cut through basically almost the thickness of a lot. It can cut through a lot. So I have this gigantic one too. This one won't cut through as much and you're limited by the depth of the punch. Okay, so I have excess sticking out here. Not really mad. I don't care. It's just kind of, I can take my scissors and rough that up. Just get that all edged up. And then I can just take and rough these up. There we go. There's just that one right there that needs to be trimmed off. Now we've got kind of a little rough edge little booklet. And would I decorate that? I probably wouldn't where I put the staples. I probably might have thought about putting them in straighter, but I'm really not gonna stress over that. I have this little tiny dragonfly I think I'm gonna rub onto here. Let me see if I can cut him out without cutting out other. I probably should have rubbed that on before I put the dang book together, but it is what it is. All right, Lori, take care. Thanks for coming. It's all right. I'm going to be done here in a minute. Anyway, it's time for me to eat and nap. See here, what happened to my, here it is. Yeah. Got a little tiny dragonfly. And I can add more stuff to it later when I feel better. I don't have any beads or charms out or anything, otherwise I would add them to this. But it can hang through, you know, dangle again on your big journal, or you do what you want. Anyway, guys, thanks a bunch for coming and tolerating my low, scratchy voice and my not getting a lot done, but got a couple things done here using garbage. I have plenty more garbage to play with. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Take care. Thanks for coming. Bye.